Good evening. It is July 8th, 2025. I'm Glenda Carlin, and this is my weekly A Course in Miracles and Buddhist Zoom meeting, where I incorporate truths from the Course and truths from Buddha. And I never know what's going to show up. But what I do understand is once we turn our attention towards truths, which is called Dharma or Jesus's teachings or Buddhist teachings, these big powers, Holy Spirit, Jesus, Buddha, and the light beings, they're not only surround us, but because we're light, they're really within us too. There's no separation between all these beings that have awakened to what their true nature, this clear, pure, still, silent, clear light is all I can say is like vast spaciousness and because our mind, Christ, Buddha, God mind is pure, that's why it's clear, innocent, and that's why it's called emptiness in Buddhism. And the emptiness means that it's free of all concepts, all images, all thoughts and feelings. It's free from all of that. And it's this vast living force that's called the Tao. It's a living force that created the images in the Garden of Eden and made images flesh, spirit, and spirit, flesh. They're not inseparable. They're both together, except when we fell asleep. That's when the great ray light got cut off, and the only things left is an arc of light. And we've forgotten this pure, still, clear light essence. And this last week or two, some of Lama Surya Das's senior students who handle his Sunday town hall, they've been coming to speak to our Dzogchen LA group, our group out of LA. And one of them was Suzanne Woodland. And we chat before the Zoom call and sometimes during, and and she wants comments. So I share about the integration of we can't just study and keep thinking of these truths. That's the intellectual part. This whole process is called studying, learning, but we reflect on the truths to gain insights. And then the other part is meditation. With these three parts, we end up having experiences. We want the experiences. And so I'm sharing about the central channel, etc. And Terry's here, so she knows. Then I'm sharing with the teachers, trying to let Ed in. Let's see, there's Ed. Of the LA group, different comments and thoughts, so that they incorporate the subtle light body with this truth body, the intellectual truths, etc. So anyway, Suzanne Woodland brought up that this holy enlightened being, and I don't really know how to say the name, Vilakurti, and why she was contemplating it was Lama Surya Das rarely goes and teaches at that town hall, but for some reason, after like 6 months in June, he came out and was teaching, and some person there in the meeting, asked him what were his favorite sutras. And he said the Heart Sutra. So in this email, the Heart Sutra I have put in there. And within the Heart Sutra, it's teaching form and emptiness are inseparable, and emptiness and form are inseparable. But then he commented, he also, like the V, he called this the V Sutra, Vilakirti Sutra. And so, and oh, and then he said something like where there was just silence, and he just teared up. You could just see that he was moved by that experience of silence. And so that led Suzanne Woodland to inquire if she wanted to understand this teaching of Vilakirti, what translation should she do? And this is Robert Thurman's translation, is what Lama Suridas told her, because there's all kinds of translations. Okay, but anyway, I bought the book and I've been reading in it. So what's happening is this is a combination of these two sutras is occurring in my mind, heart, and body. See, I never know what the sequence of all this is going to be, so I'm just going with it. The Vimalakirti, what this person was, he was called a layman, a layman. He wasn't known. He sort of got known that he might be, these are my words, he might be getting all this. And so I'm just paraphrasing. A group of these bodhisattvas, they're called, they're people, that means they're on the path. They're on the path to awaken for the benefit of, to help all beings awaken, but at the same time, they're going to awaken to their true clear light nature, loving nature. But he was a layman, but these bodhisattvas, I forget if it was 34,000 of them, a whole group of them wanted to go talk to this, we'll call him V. But they were afraid, and they sent Manjusri, and that's the deity you see on that banner behind me. Manjusri is just an enlightened being. And so they went, but Manjusri went, and he asked questions of the Vimalakirti. And then Vimalakirti, he asked some of these thousands of bodhisattvas, what does non-duality mean to them? And long story short, they're talking like how I talk, sharing experiences of transcending from egoic ordinary mind to Buddha mind or Christ mind, etc. They're sharing these things. And then Manjusri asked how Vilankirti experienced non-duality. And here comes the whole gist of, these are 13 chapters, where there's just total silence comes from this person. No words, just silence. And this is called Lion's Roar of silence. And I'm going to be coming back to that. But that's this sutra that I'm reading, along with the Heart Sutra and the Course and all. So I want to, this was kind of difficult to consider what to discuss tonight, because in my email, you see it. There's a multitude of experiences that have come to me, but I picked two. I picked last July 4th. And I'm going to read from my notes because so much is going on. It's kind of hard to keep track of what was when and etc. But this July 4th, is a Friday. So Thursday night, that's when Timo does his Thursday night group. And he reads from Vajra Heart Essence and Longchenpa. But that morning of Thursday, I think it was that morning, and I forgot to put this in my email. Excuse me. See, I haven't checked this out. It's either a dream or I woke up and saw it in my mind with a vision, but either way, it's a vision. Um, um, I was shown the side of a bed. The bed was like thick, like you know how my bed now, and beds tend to be thick. It's like 10 inches thick. And it was white, but all of a sudden, I didn't see a hand, but all of a sudden, the white comforter and the white top sheet got pulled back, just pulled back to reveal the white bottom sheet and to reveal the side of the mattress. And the side of the mattress had these, I could see the mattress was handmade. The side of the mattress had these ties where like the mattress had a top cover and a bottom cover that little straps had been sewed to them where there's strips of fabric where they could tie to secure the top mattress cover to the bottom cover. And there are all these beautiful, sweet looking little ties. There's a knot and the little fabric pieces hanging down. Just showed me it's all handmade, not factory made mattress. And in my mind, I was told it's time to rest now. Everything else are expressions. That was the message. Well, that came loud and clear. I needed to rest. So rest is really the crux of the Course in Miracles and also Buddhism, to rest our weary hearts and minds. So I found myself different times. I just sit in my chair or just lay in bed longer and just relax and lean back and be with the clear light and the stillness, just be with the stillness. So I was doing that during that Thursday night meditation with Timo. And then was sit in my chair later, resting. And so then Friday morning, I wake up and I decide to rest again because I was told, I assume from Holy Spirit, time to rest. Because see, so much is going on, so many experiences. I need to rest in order to let things settle down. And as they settle, the insights come from the experiences and just settling occurs, more a deeper stillness, etc. And as I woke up about 5:30 and that morning and decided to just rest. And when I leaned back into the clear light or the feeling of, the great ray coming in and going out, I knew something was different with the light in my body. In that, before generally, I feel the great ray come in and it goes out. Well, of course, the yin and yang's with it and it spirals. It comes in and it goes out in a spiraling fashion. And then it's like doing that within a hollow vessel. And hollow is because I've let go of all these impurities of concepts, feelings, and thoughts of separation. But anyway, the vessel, the body's hollow, it's there, and then the great rays spiraling within it. But what happened right then is the light merged with the form. There was no separation. And that's when it also came back to me about the Heart Sutra. Form and emptiness and form are not separate. They were merged. And I have to admit, that was shocking to me because I know the significance of this. I've been in duality. I know duality. I'm now just getting used to non-dual union. But anyway, and what came to me is we just keep practicing, meaning Jesus advanced forgiveness, stretch it to see through these illusions, to either think about the clear light of spirit or feel it or see it. Seeing it and thinking about it is as good as, well, almost as good as feeling it, because that's your intention. And all this intention builds on itself so that short moments repeated many times, you get where you can rest and be with this clear light more and more and more. So don't stop. No matter what experience you have, just keep practicing. So I was lying flat on my back in bed. I'm reading here because and I got to thinking about the baby body meditation, where every being per Dilgo, Dilgo, Khyentse, every being has been your parent. So I was thinking about that, but also would visualize a person would be rocking my little baby body and it would be going back and forth, cradled in their arms, and I'd feel equal love. Because see, this is an important deal too, equal love. So I felt that equal love. And then in my mind, I knew about stillness. I feel stillness that never goes away. But for some wild reason, folks, it came to me to join equal love with stillness. I did equal love with stillness. And it dawned on me, it really dawned on me, wow, my heart mind has joined. Because see, the divine heart is equal love, and the awakened mind has awakened to stillness. But we don't want them separate. They need to be rejoined. And that's called heart mind in this awakening. Because now think about, of course, in the absolute, we never separated from God. We didn't fall asleep. But in the illusion, we think we're separate eyes, separate bodies, and we don't feel the great ray light, etc. We don't feel equal love. We sure don't hear and feel stillness. So these are qualities of awakening and enlightenment that happen. As I thought about that heart mind joined, you visualize this heart because it's called the Vajra heart cave. It's a crystalline cave. But the mind, the holy mind, I kind of real think about it, it's up here somewhere. But I saw like a freeway open up where the heart traveled to the mind and back and forth the heart mind joined. And I bet that's a light meridian, but I don't know the name of it. But in my mind, there was just a freeway opened up and heart mind joined. And then it dawned on me this mantra that I was been singing called Mother Machid, Machid prayer. It's a prayer where we're calling on, see, in that she's called a mother. Now you can consider God a mother, a father, mother, God, etc. But Mother Machi is a holy enlightened being that gave us a prayer that is the Om is the white chakra, the crown chakra, Ah's the red throat chakra, and the Hum is the blue heart chakra. Om Ah Hum. This prayer goes, and the prayer is Om Mother Machi, to you I pray. Ah Machi, to you I pray. Hum Machi, to you I pray. Empower me through the white Om. Empower me through the red. Oh, wait a minute. It's the red Ah. I got that color wrong. Red Ah. And empower me through the blue Hum. Transmit to me your enlightened body, speech, and mind. May I attain your realization of perfect wisdom. Now let me just clarify. Wow, that prayer carries such a vast power. I don't even know the vast how magnificent and how powerful that prayer is. But that prayer, if you sit with it, chant it, be with it, contemplate it, meditate on it, what that's doing, that will help join these three chakras. Om, Ah, Hum. These are heavenly chakras, heavenly chakras. But what's more important, they represent body, speech. See the throat, speech, the heart is the body, speech, and mind rejoining. We want the experience of having the body, speech, and mind rejoined. So as I lay there and thought about that mantra, I recognized that my body felt lightweight. Body means the torso with the legs and the head felt lightweight. And in my mind showed up the word Garuda. I'm not kidding. Garuda. I stopped. Wait, I got to back up a second. When I was laying there in bed and that Mother Machi prayer came to me, I realized I wasn't saying it completely. I got up out of bed. This is 5:30 in the morning. I came in the living room and I got my prayer booklet and found my Mother Machi prayer. And I went back to bed, laid down in bed, and I read that Mother Machi prayer where I could say it. And I put just naturally put my hands in the prayer position and touched my Om, my crown chakra, my red Ah chakra, my blue Hum heart chakra. Each time that I sang those, and see, that's the intention. You're moving and you're uniting these three chakras. That's what's happening with this prayer. But anyway, so what? Oh, so then in my mind showed up the word Garuda. I got my cell phone out and I Googled the word Garuda and I put a picture of it in the email. The Garuda is another animal form that's similar to Hanuman, the monkey god, in that it's a combination of animal and human bodies. And that is done because in this transmutation and transformation of an ordinary mind, heart, and body to this holy, awakened mind, oh, holy, opened heart, rejoined heart, mind, and all these chakras opening, we're transformed into the body, mind, and spirit. I mean, body, mind, and speech are transformed into holiness, into purity, I should say, which is holy. But anyway, the Hanuman monkey god has a monkey, let's see, a human face and a monkey body. That's showing the joining of heaven and earth, but the joining of the earthly chakras in the body with the heavenly chakras, heaven and earth, samsara and nirvana rejoined. But what the Garuda shows, if you Google it, it's a mythical bird. The head of the bird is human and is a golden color, and the body is the body of an eagle, this bird, and it's golden color because as you practice Jesus's advanced forgiveness and treachid of cutting through, seeing through all these forms to the clear light of spirit that you are and others are, you're cutting through these delusions of duality that are clogging up your body, speech, and mind so that these chakras can open and the central channel and the winds, yin yang winds, awaken and spiral around the great ray, etc. The thing is, that word Garuda came to me. So I was laying there in bed, feeling the lightweight body. My central body was lightweight and was the body of that Garuda. But I thought to myself, where are my wings? You gotta be a bird, you have wings. And I remembered what Lama Surya Das taught in a Zoom meeting when I was and used to do those Zoom meetings with groups of people. The two wings are compassion and wisdom that cause the two wings to allow the Garuda to fly. So when I was sitting with that, I thought, well, compassion, the Om Mani Padme Hum, that's the mantra of compassion. And I know I want to help all the six realms wake up. I do. I sing that mantra and genuinely want to help them wake up. But also this heart, my heart, with me practicing all beings have been your parents, my equal love, unconditional heart has opened. I go, whoa. So see, all these are just I was reasoning on myself because and remembering what the heck has been going on here, kind of assimilating the whole thing. And so I had compassion. I had the compassion wing. Now, what the hey is the wisdom wing? The wisdom wing are the insights. It's the sixth it's transcendental wisdom. Of all those six transcendent perfections, it's the most, it carries the most power, so to speak, because with it, the wisdom of having a rejoined heart, speech, the throat, and the mind, then I'm living with enlightened activities. I'm thinking, my heart and mind are joined. I'm thinking loving thoughts. My thoughts are different. My mind is thinking differently. It's thinking lovingly. My words are softer, gentler, more loving. My heart has opened to bring in individuals and groups of people, the whole earth, the universe. It's a wisdom of knowing what our true nature is, insights to our true nature. So I had the wisdom wing. So I'm lying there in bed and I stick my arms straight out to the side and I start to raise my arms up and down on the bed, just raising them up and down. And before I know it, I feel like a skeletal. I know this is all bizarre, but this is what happened. A skeletal frame get formed from my armpits down the side of my body. And I realized that's the skeletal framework for those wings. So I'm flapping my wings. I'm moving them up and down, up and down. And in my mind shows a nest. And there's eggs in it. And I realize I'm one of those eggs inside there, pecking on that shell. Its little wings had formed. It's pecking. It comes out. It's standing in the nest. And really, it goes fast forward because then the bird's ready to leave the nest. It's flapping its wings. I realize, oh, I'm flapping my wings. It stands on the side of the nest and it's flapping the wing and it takes off. It soars off into the air. All this is just going on in my body, mind, and speech is going on with my body. I was that Garuda. This is the rebirth of our holy body, speech, and mind to be transformed. Oh, and so it's golden color, because the removal of all these temporary obscurations are like gold that's ore that's mined out of a mountain that has some impurities with it, and they get smelted off and separated, and you get left with pure gold. What is smelted off are these obscurations, our dualistic judgments, thoughts, and feelings of our brothers, ourself, and of God, that basically boil down also to fear, the fear of God, the fear of our brothers, the fear of our really true holy nature. Sometimes when people are awakening or start to awaken, some holy things can happen to them. And if they're not careful, ego can grab them and they can become so fearful they stop in their awakening. They turn away from it. So please be aware if something like that happens. call a friend, call me, or to help sit with you and visit with you, to help you with whatever that experience was that seemed to cause the ego to be so fearful and want you to stop your spiritual practices. But anyway, so that was the Garuda. It's golden in nature, got the face of a human, but the body of an eagle, of a golden eagle. And what you can do is visualize this and visualize that you're this eagle and you're flying, you're soaring. And what updraft is holding you in the air is the updraft of the great ray yin and yang light energies that are fueling your body. But they're the updraft, the flow, the light energy flow keeps you, and you're gliding, you're soaring in with your holiness. As you can see these dualistic forms and feel people's suffering or see them suffering and recognize they're suffering because they still think they're a body. Now, we never put the body in harm's way. We take care of it, wash it, clean it. I go to the doctor, dentist, eye doctor, etc. Take care of it. But yet, as often as I can, remembering I'm the clear light of spirit, the still clear light of equal love spirit, God. Because that could, in a split second, free you from some delusion of thinking that you were in. Hold it. I'm a golden Garuda. Or a golden Christ or a golden Buddha, whatever you want. Or I'm Hanuman, the monkey god. I've remembered what I am. My basic animalistic flight or fight nature is rejoined with my holy Christ Buddha God nature. Animal is merged with holy clear light invisibility. Walking this earth. Now, granted, in the absolute, there are no forms, but we don't live in the absolute. We seem to be here in this dual world. So you walk around awakened, enlightened, with animal and holy rejoined. You're no longer separate. No, and no longer pointing fingers at those denying the body, denying thoughts and feelings, because denying the body and denying thoughts and feelings, denying feelings is what kind of got us in this spot where, let's see if everybody is, oh, look, there's Steve, is when we felt the separation from God, that feeling built on itself where the separation got deeper and deeper, where then there's a feeling of fear that God left us, not us remembering we cut ourselves off from God by thinking we were a body. So then the fear of no longer feeling God's presence, etc. And loneliness, not feeling joined with all the beings in the Garden of Eden and with God, all joined as one unit. Then it becomes very fearful state to be alone, etc. I'm not going to go, I'll cover the fall from grace next week. And I apologize, I thought I was going to cover it tonight, but these other two things came up. So that was the Garuda thing that happened July 4th. Now I want to cover experiences I had one Sunday when I was going to drove to the health club and was at the health club. And what I'm finding is I'm finding more and more I stop to think about God more and more. So as I was driving, I even was giggling to myself because look, God was there. God's the grass. God's the pavement. God's that car. God's that person driving that car. God's everywhere, or he's nowhere, like Lama Surya says. And God is everywhere. But see, this creative God mind has manifested these images, created these images. But these images are every cell is full of God light. They're not inseparable. Spirit's flesh, flesh is spirit. They are joined. They are not separate. So I'm just giggling along, identifying God's everywhere. Where I looked, God was there. So I get to the health club, and I've been reading, like I was talking about before, the V Sutra, the Vimalakirti Sutra, about the lion's roar, that this lion has put out a roar, but the roar was silence. So I sit at a weight machine at the health club, and I'm not kidding you, I really quickly saw myself as a lion, a male lion. Now, as you get into this, I found got into it. This all went real fast. Had, the yellow, tan kind of colored fur, but it had blackish brown mane, had these real uh, sturdy, square, muscular shoulders, toned, had a stately gait, just had a powerful, silent powerful nature about this male lion. And see, those are qualities of our Holy Christ Buddha. Stable, stately, peaceful, you know, um, just just not fearful, not fearful one bit. And as I sat there, then I opened my mouth, and I opened my mouth and I heard a lion do a huge roar. But that was my roar, was silence. Just clear light of silence went out. And I wrote it in the email, that can be taken many ways. But one is, though, that is non-duality. Silence, stillness is free of all concepts, thoughts, feelings, etc. It's pure. But it also, in that silent roar, I also thought about that I was saying, wake up, wake up, wake up to all the people at the health club, to your reality. Then also silently saying, I love you, God. I love you, God. Thank you for always being there and not forsaking us, always being there. It was me that was separate, thought I was separate. Thank you, thank you. Then, as I moved around the health club, I ended up on a machine against a wall, and I could look out at a large part of this health club. And it dawned on me to practice, all beings have been your parent. So I picked a person at random and thought about them holding my baby body in their arms and rocking it back and forth, cradling it against their chest and cooing to me and loving on me. And quickly, because I'm practicing this, I felt this love for them, and they felt a love for me. Then I picked another person, and by the time it went to the fifth person, this all happened in my mind without me doing this. This group of people in the health club joined as one unit, these people, rocking my baby body. They were, as a unit, swaying back and forth, holding my baby body in their joined arms, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then the people from my city joined with this group, and it was rocking. It was all in unison, this swaying back and forth of all these beings holding my baby body, rocking me, cooing to me. Then the USA beings, all beings within the USA joined. Bigger group, all swaying back and forth in unison, holding a single baby body. It went to the world, all beings. And it's just like, it's just masses of beings is all that I felt and or saw in my mind. It all went so fast, swaying and rocking this baby body. And then instantly, all the swaying in unison group of people and the baby body disappeared into the clear light. And what that means is that's non-dual. And matter of fact, as I read what my notes and after I word processed this and was reading it, what that whole swaying business means is non-duality. These beings were joined in form and in their movement and in this equal love feeling that showed up. And then tonight, when I was sitting in my chair, the crux of why this thinking of all parents as being all beings being your parents, why this is so powerful is just visualize, if you don't do it now, later, that you're in the Garden of Eden prior to the separation. The great ray with the yin and yang energies coming in straight in the top of your head, in this BINDU chakra in the back of the head, coming straight down the body. And this energy, it spirals. And as it comes in, it goes out. It comes in, it goes out. And when it does that, it causes a rocking motion of your body naturally. So in the pre-separation state of the Garden of Eden, that's how one of the way the children felt God's presence. This in and out great ray light that also contained equal love. They knew they were loved because this great ray light, yin and yang, contains equal love. It's not separate. It's a stillness that contains a still clear light that contains the love that's coming in and going out. That coming in and going out causes the rib cage and the lungs to expand and contract. That expand and contract, and it causes the heartbeat to up and down. So in the natural awakened Garden of Eden, the heartbeat, the breath are joined with the great ray light coming in and out, and there's a rocking motion. So when the children fell asleep, they no longer felt the rocking motion. They no longer felt the equal love coming in. Only the arc of light was left. But the thing is, by practicing all beings have been your parents, that rocking sensation mimics the original state in the Garden of Eden. Tears just came to my eyes because that is why it's so moving and why that rocking motion causes to feel this love, this love. Now you've relaxed into the arms of that parent, and you really, when you're relaxed, you've merged. The edges of your body disappear, edges of your heart, edges of your mind, edges of your throat, all these chakras just kind of dissolve. And you're just merged with this still, clear, loving light. So mimic this putting yourself as a baby, being held by these parents. You are back in the natural Garden of Eden. It kind of blew me away. It sounds so simple, but it's so true. Because back in that primordial state, with that great ray yin and yang light energy coming in and going out, you're in your natural great perfection. The bodies and the chakras and the light channels, everything's all lit up, all the lights moving in and out, radiating, pulsating. Heart and mind are joined. All the chakras in the body are open, so you have a lightweight body. Your wings of compassion and wisdom, everything's open, open, relaxed. rocking back and forth with the great Ray. Okay, now I'm kind of done early. Um, let's see um, if I see anything here that, oh, one thing that I put in the email is a post that's talked about there are, strictly speaking, no enlightened people. There's only enlightened activity. Now, what that means, of course, we become an enlightened being, but what that causes is enlightened activities. That body, speech, and mind, I see a difference of this whole path. I practiced and my path of awakening, I can look back and see how body, speech, and mind have softened. And the main uh, paramita, let's see, is concentration. Let's see what it is. There's concentration, then there's wisdom, but non-dual wisdom. But is that the mind's most important, because if you master your mind, then you've learned to allow thoughts of anger and clinging go, let them come and go. You're no, you're becoming aware when you cling on to something or push something away, and you stop and you let go. So the mind gets more and more spacious and open because you're letting go of thoughts, feelings, and concepts instead of hanging on to them or pushing them away. So there's less turmoil in your mind. So your mind pictures kind of like a boat on the ocean, and when there's a violent storm, the boat's shaking. But no matter what violent storm shows up in your life, if you're master of your mind, no matter what thoughts or feelings or images show up, you'll let them pass. They'll be in the background. You'll let them pass, let them come and go, and not grab onto them or push them away, because then you're participating with the confusion in among all those thoughts. So then that's that's what the whole study, reflection, and meditation does, is to teach you the nature of your mind and allow yourself to become master of your mind, where you're not knee-jerkily grabbing onto thoughts, feelings, or concepts and thinking them and carrying on with them for 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day, a week, and you let them go. Remember how it used to be 6 months, a year, years, you could carry a grievance on somebody? Well, here we get real noticeable. We don't like we're noticing less peace of mind. So you then look, well, what was I thinking? And then you let go. You let go of it. But what was I thinking will show you what images you might be having judgmental thoughts about. For example, as during the last few days, it took a second time Holy Spirit bringing to me the image of a nephew I had, his wife, and a son. Because in the unconscious mind, we have my thoughts, judgments, feelings of duality about family, friends, neighbors, etc., world leaders, all that gets stored, and those are get let go of. But Holy Spirit was showing me three people I had not totally let go of my judgments of negativity on. And I go, oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. I sit down in my chair, I call up their image, and I practice Jesus' advanced forgiveness and treacherity, which is seen through, being through their form. And even now, as I talk about them, please forgive me. If I'd known better, I would have done better. If you'd known better, you would have done better. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. You are spirit. You are the clear light of spirit. You are God and goddesses. We are not the thoughts, feelings, and judgments we had about each other. Let's see, all you are spirit, whole, pure, and innocent, all is forgiven and released. All is forgiven and released. Okay, so I open up the floor to any questions, thoughts, or comments before I stop the recording. Welcome, welcome, welcome. While we're waiting for your thoughts or comments to come to you, because I kind of stopped early here tonight. Welcome, God Ed. Welcome, God Chaz. Welcome, God Barbie. Welcome, God D. Welcome, God Lucas. Welcome, God Terry. Welcome, God Leon. Welcome, God Jerry. Welcome, there's Leon again. Welcome, Julia. Welcome, God Glenda. Oh, let's go through our Sangha. Welcome, God Teresa. God Joan, God Angela, God, let's see, Joanne, God Liz, Chaz is here, God Lorraine, God Steve, God Jerry's here, God Gabby, God Susan A, God Danelle, God Alvaro, God James, God Rob, God Francis, God Gonzalo, God Michelle, God Lynn, God Lee, and God Brandon, God Debbie Thomas. Oh, let's see who else. God Kareem, God Sally, God Julia's here. God Julia, another Julia. God Simone and her son and husband. And all those that watch the video later. May all your inner, outer, and secret obscurations be removed, be lifted, revealed, so you can let go of them. Not, and you don't have to let go of all of them. As you let go of some of them, it's not one for one. It could be one for 100,000, one for 1,000,000 judgments are let go of. And as you do your forgiveness work, you help all beings lighten their load. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any thoughts or comments before I stop the recording? Okay. All right, let's see. Maybe it's under more. Let's see. No. It kind of changed. I don't want to end the whole meeting. Where's stop recording? Apps. My toolbar has changed. Well, it shows recording. I'm just checking. Ooh, let me poke around up here on the top and see what